All right, everybody, we are back with Bob and Alan and Eric and Daryl of Salamander Drake. And let's talk about the Salamander Drake years, if you will. Bob, that had to be your doing, the name of the band.
Well, we took it from a Bloister Cult song.
Oh.
Full disclosure, but yeah, I'm the one who stole it. But I'm a big BOC fan, so anytime I can do a tip of the hat to them, I tend to do that. And we were using it as a name when we were playing acoustic shows for a while, just kind of as a goof, and it stuck. And then we got together with Al and at that time Glenn on drums, and boom, we had a band going.
Yeah,
which was cool.
So we all kind of know what a concept album is, but you're kind of working on a concept in a different way. You've got a concept, but yet it's running from album to album. And the recent addition to that trilogy, whatever, excuse me, would be Lurker in the Wildwood. So talk to us a little bit about your scenario that you're presenting to your listeners.
Oh boy. Well, I wouldn't say that it's continuing through the albums, but we are having songs pop up here and there about it that you might take it forward a little bit or shed some light on the back part of the story, and that's kind of what Lurker is. It sheds a little bit of light on someone's demise within this convoluted storyline we got going.
We have a concept, not in not a full concept. It's like a concept within our stuff.
Yeah, where it could also just be taken as a regular song. I mean, we're not that strict about the storytelling or anything. And I think there's 2 songs on this album. They're tied to that. Yeah, Luminet's fine. Okay. So it makes it a little bit more interesting. And the story itself isn't finished, so we can always flesh that out as well.
Yes. What was your first recording what was Salamander Drake's first recording?
It was with Artie.
Yeah,
right on the Orange Album.
Yeah. Not too long after we formed. We did like a 4 or 5 song album.
Mosquito?
Yeah. We had an early version of the Cicadas of Los Alamos on that. And Barfly. Firebug, yep.
Let me tell you, Barfly, that's a banger. That comes right at you. Let me tell you, that's one of those, that 2 minutes and 47 seconds, you want to turn it into 3 times 247. You can just hit the replay on that. But who wrote that, Bob? You?
Yeah, I just, I think I was listening to a lot of STP at the time. When I was younger.
Yeah.
Well, takes a little more air to play it now.
Yeah. And you're the principal songwriter, Bob?
Well, I'll come up with the song, but then I bring it to the band, and it's not really a song in my mind until like everybody's chimed in, and it's not a song until there's instrumentation on it playing. But like I'll have a pretty good idea of like how it might go, but that doesn't mean that's how it ends up. Sometimes it gets changed a lot.
Yeah. And Eric, with you being the, excuse the term, the mixer, the person that's putting together a lot of the independent tracks, would you consider yourself a stickler, a perfectionist? What's your style when it comes to what you're looking for when it comes to putting that stuff together?
Well, I'm not really in charge of too much of the mixing. I kind of take care of some of the drums, but Al here takes care of most of the mixing and and using the software.
I record everyone. Like he records himself, and then.
That's right. You're the one that gets the compilations sent to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That drove me into early retirement.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably be relying on you to produce my videos one day. You never know. I need some help. But anyway, what is next on the horizon? Are we talking about a combination date with the Nomad Planets coming up?
We are August 9th at Austin. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So we're big fans of Nomad Planets, and we have been for a while. And we're finally in a position, I think, where we have enough to draw on to go ahead and play with those guys and complete a night of original material, and Phil was very open to that kind of thing, so that's why it's at Austin too, because he kind of embraces things of that nature. So, yep, August 9th.
August 9th. And do you happen to know ahead of time what time that is, since there's...
So they're going to start at 7,
Okay.
the planets are, and it'll go until, Phil tells us that's enough.
Yeah. Well, you got... I'll be one of the people in the audience, and I got a feeling the audience will tell you when it's enough.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
yeah.
Just kidding. But no, we're going to... Yeah, we'll be there in full force. But...
we're fans of the Nomad Planets. I've been listening to them for a while, so, and I know Daryl's the one that turned me on to them, so it's a pleasure to be able to do a show with
I'm not sure when they became Nomad Planets from Whistling Jupiters. So
Yes,
when I knew them, and when we were all
On
playing
cassette
back in the
tape.
90s and 2000s on cassette tapes, they were the Whistling Jupiters. And then you're the one who told me about a radio show, and now they were known as the Nomad Planets. So that would be interesting to find out. I never did ask Mark, like, what happened there.
Flying Around the Sun. Was that?
Yeah, I think it
They had a
was.
radio show, yeah.
I joked with Mark that last year. I says, and I don't know, it might not sound like a compliment, but I says, you're the best band that nobody's ever seen. And I told him, I say that as a challenge to anybody who hasn't gone out and seen them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And, well, Salamander Drake's right up there with them. But well, we've got some other fun questions. I know it's not always an easy answer, but if you could play any specific venue or room, whether that room or place still exists or not, any dream venue?
Go around the room. Where would you go?
Pompeii.
Yeah.
Somebody said the Coliseum on one of my interviews. Yeah. I think it was Ibby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Probably have to have some portable stuff.
Probably break the walls would come crumbling down.
What about you, Al?
In America, I would say Red Rocks for sure. I think it'd be crazy to play Budokan just because it's so famous. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
I would like to play the same place, Red Rocks,
Let's do it.
because it's just, I mean, I've seen a lot of
It's called-
shows,
Let's do it.
you know,
We're moving the Nomad
on film,
Planet show.
it
Yeah.
just look really cool.
Sorry, Phil. We're going to Red Rocks.
Albert Hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very popular
Oh, wow.
place. Answer. And the other question would be if you could trade places with another musician, or as a friend of mine said, if you could nudge a musician out of a different band for a weekend and play with that band, what would your dream matchup be as far as that goes?
Oh man, I'd have to play with Blue Oyster Cult.
Mhm.
Backup guitar.
Well, they have 7 guitars.
Yeah.
They'll fit you in somewhere.
I wouldn't even notice Bob was up.
But this guy
It could be the air guitar, just yeah.
Man, well, I'd love to. I jam with Iron Maiden for sure.
That'd be a good one.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I know all their stuff. That'd be fantastic.
Steve Harris could take a smoke break.
Yeah, if it was a hypothetical kind of situation, I would pick Dio
Oh wow! I was lucky enough
from
to see
back
him
in the
once.
'80s.
Yeah.
I think you're a better drummer than any.
I don't know. I thought about that question because I knew it was coming, and I always just, the answer I have is I'd like to be part of something instead of replacing somebody. Like at Pompeii, being just one of the crew members while Pink Floyd was doing that.
Daryl Grady on tambourine.
Being in the control room when John Lennon was recording Imagine,
Yeah.
and just like everyone just listening and hearing that for the
Yeah.
first time, being part of that Peter Jackson film where you're watching Get Back and the Beatles recording, like just to be somebody, even if I'm running to get coffee
Yeah.
while that's going on. But
You know what? I decided to add one more last question, and before we go, we talked about Mr. Hamstra earlier. Are there anybody in any of you? Is there anyone in any one of your lives that you'd like to give a shout out to, in terms of being your inspiration?
Inspiration.
Well, I mean, your family is a great answer. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with that one.
There you go.
safe.
Yeah.
And my wife actually said, make sure you talk about me.
There you go.
So,
I gave you the
So
opportunity.
this is my chance, right, to shout out to Dara. And
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I would like to say Al's wife, Renee.
Yes.
Because Al, you can't
And
camera.
Eric's wife.
If you could
Yes.
pan the camera over, and you can't, but if you could to your right, Al spends a lot of time there mixing our stuff, and Renee spends a lot of time where I am right now,
Yeah.
listening to our stuff. So she's been so supportive of us and tolerant of all of those hours. So shout out to Renee. I'll
Yeah,
say
shout out to Renee for sure. No doubt about
Shelly, his wife, because we
Oh.
practice at Eric's house, so she has to listen to us practice all the time while she's upstairs and we're in the basement making horrendous noises. So
it. All right,
Renee
guys.
gets to hear like the good stuff we do. Shelly hears the bad.
yeah, that's true. Shelly gets to hear it
Wow,
before
Bob's
us.
on it today.
Bob decided not to tune today.
You guys aren't going to massage whatever that is. So go to the next song.
Yeah.
Play to your strengths, fellas.
All right, guys. Well, it's really been fun. Took 2 parts. Probably could have went 3 parts, maybe, and maybe we'll revisit it again one day. But anyway, once again, I want to thank the guys from Salamander Drake, and that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. And until next time, peace, everybody.